That's a mud boy.
Yeah, that's a mud boy.
You're gonna take double super effective damage from the energy ball.
Yep.
And you had a second one already.
Yep, I had all that extra energy.
Holy crap.
From the Sunfisk. Out goes the Seismitoad, and what is in the back? It's an Aggron.
Oh.
So I build up to a superpower, I throw, and...
Now that's a lot of damage!
He actually switches out into an Azabombaril, and we're going to throw a Grass Knot in here. This is going to be super effective. Let's see how much a Grass Knot does to an Azabombaril. Damn straight! Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shrady.
And my name is JeevesPeabody.
And welcome back to the channel. So today, we're going to be doing some battles between me and Jeeves. We're going to have a head-to-head competition to see who is the better grass type. But before we get into that, I just wanted to say, if you didn't know who JeevesPeabody is, JeevesPeabody is my fiance, and she also has a YouTube channel. So what I would recommend that you do, in fact, it's not a recommendation, it is a demand. What I demand you do is to go down to the description right now and subscribe to JeevesPeabody. And if you're already subscribed to JeevesPeabody, hell yeah. You are going in the cool book. You're probably already in the cool book. What am I talking about? If you're subscribed to Jeeves, you are definitely cool. So, yeah, go ahead and go to her channel, give her a subscribe. She's got a lot of different content on her channel, including Pokemon Go content, if that's what you're looking for. So, yeah. Now, let's talk about what the battles are going to be today. Ba-boom! Onto this screen. We're actually using the screen. This is like our third take, by the way. So, Cacturne is the Pokemon that I'm going to be using.
And I'm going to be using Chesnaught.
So, the difference really is that Cacturne is a grass and a dark type, and Chesnaught is a fighting and a grass type. So they both have very similar movesets, at least the moveset that I've opted to run on Cacturne. The only other thing to note is that Cacturne is very glassy. It's extremely glassy. Chesnaught's quite a bit tankier, but they both have similar movesets. Let's go over to this screen here, and we can take a look at their movesets. Okay, so on PvPoke, it says to run Poison Jab, Grass Knot, and Dark Pulse. But even with Poison Jab and Grass Knot, which are both super effective to Azumarill, Cacturne still loses to Azumarill. So I was like, you know what? Screw that. Let's put Sucker Punch, Grass Knot, and Dynamic Punch on there. Because Dynamic Punch, I feel like it'll throw people off guard. And also, I'll be able to hit Galarian Stunfisk for super effective. And the rank that I'm currently in, literally every single team has a Galarian Stunfisk and a Azumarill, or both. So, to you guys running that team, just... there you go. No more words need to be said.
Chesnaught's moveset is Vine Whip, Energy Ball, and Superpower. Now, Superpower drops your attack and defense, which makes it a little bit tricky to use, but Energy Ball is a really good move, and also has a chance to drop your opponent's defense. Yes. And so it's pretty fun to use.
Yeah, it seems like a really fun Pokemon to use, and honestly, I'm really jealous that she's powered one up, because I was planning on doing that, and then I was like, you know what? You go ahead and make the video. But then we decided, why not do both? So now I can have a Chesnaught video without powering it up. That's right, I'm just using her to get her Chesnaught. I'm just kidding, Alright then.
Oh, one more thing. We did set up this team that I'm using before Zionic's video. It is...
oh, yeah.
It is the same team he uses in his Chesnaught video,
yep.
But we did set it up before we saw his video.
Yeah, we definitely have to mention that because what happened was she was asking like what would be a good team for Chesnaught. I went over to PvPoke and I'm like, okay, Chesnaught loses really hard to Flyers as well as Fire types, and I'm just gonna go there real quick and look. So I also noticed that it loses really hard to, or not really hard, but loses to Defense Deoxys as well as Galvantula. So I thought like, okay, what can beat all those Pokemon? So we got Bastiodon, which is amazing at being an anti-flyer, and then you have Alolan Marowak, which can beat Defense Deoxys and absolutely slams Galvantula. So we put together that team, and then as she was doing her battles, literally as she was doing her battles, I'm sitting over here in bed watching different, Pokemon videos, and all of a sudden I see Zionic's video, and I'm like, oh god, it's the same team. Everybody's gonna think we copied off Zionic. Look, we're gonna give credit here. Zionic also came up with the team, but it seems like me and Zionic have very similar team building strategies. But either way, it was not a copy. We did not copy it. So cue all the hateful comments. Go ahead, throw them down there. We know it's coming. All right, so let's get into these battles. We're gonna be doing them one at a time. So we're gonna check out my first battle first. So this is me on PvPoke trying to make a team that works, and with Cacturne, it's not looking good. It didn't really matter what Pokemon I put with it. As you see right there, those are all of Cacturne's heavy losses. So But I'm going to make it work, and I'm going to prove that Cacturne is the better grass type, purely upon these battles alone. Alright, so I'm using Hypno with Focus Blast and Thunder Punch, and then Skarmory with the standard moveset here. So we pick up a positive lead here because we've got Thunder Punch. So I'm going to go ahead and build up past the Thunder Punch here because I want them to think maybe it's a Shadow Ball, maybe I don't have Thunder Punch, you know. I always want to keep people guessing. I don't want to go for the Thunder Punch right away. So I'm going to go for the Thunder Punch. It's going to do super effective damage here. And like I said, everybody's got an Azumarill. Everybody's got a goddamn Galarian Stunfisk. It's literally just... Stop, people. Please stop. Okay, anyway, I'm going to stop complaining. This might turn into a rage video at some point, though, just to let you know. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and switch out here to Cacturne. And I was using Poison Jab at this point. I kept changing the movesets to see what was better. And I was using Cacturne as a, you know, to throw people off guard. And this guy throws a goddamn Hydro Pump at me. He has Ice Beam. I saw him use it. Anyway, so now... They come in with an Altaria. This is absolutely terrible. Chesnaught is double resisted here, so I'm going to go for these dynamic punches. Also resisted because of the flying typing. He's going for the farm down. What a badass. Maybe I can get a shield with this one, though, because it would leave him very low. So Cacturne didn't do nothing. He took about half of Altaria's health, and he got a shield. So now I'm going to come in with a Skarmory. Skarmory is going to do very well here because as that partial steel type, Skarmory is going to be resisting the Dragon Breath. It's going to be resisting the Dragon Pulse, apparently. Also going to be resisting the Sky Attack. So we're going to build up past a little bit, but he's got a lot of energy, and I'm going for the farm down at this point. I tried to catch, but he ended up throwing anyway, which is fine with me. And he throws a Dazzling Gleam. Okay, also interesting. So now we're going to be able to farm down, and now there's just... a Probopass. There's a Probopass. Oh my god. Look, okay, Cacturne is gonna shine here at some point, alright? So, okay.
Alright,
your turn.
On to my first battle.
Jesus
Going
Christ.
up against what I'm assuming is a bot.
That looks like a bot.
Looks like a bot. Alright, so I got Chesnaught in the lead. Comes into Galarian Stunfisk. This is a positive lead for us. And, yeah. They stay in. Looks like.
Wonderful.
I'm going to be resisting everything that comes out of this guy.
Yep, every single...
So, don't have to shield.
God, he tanks a Rock Slide okay.
Yeah, he tanks pretty good. I throw an Energy Ball. Miss Bubbles because I'm a scrub.
And
he shields.
Probably scared of what it has.
Mm-hmm. So I let this go as well, because again, I'm going to be resisting everything. And decide to throw another Energy Ball.
Yeah, Superpower is kind of risky to...
Superpower is pretty risky.
Right. Even though it's super effective.
It does a chunk of damage, and I get the defense debuff.
Nice.
So I decided to, farm all the way down. I shield this and farm the rest of the way down, I think.
Yep. That is definitely the play.
Yep.
Tons of energy now.
Yep. And they come in with a Seismitoad. I don't know why, but they did.
That's a Mud Boy.
Yeah, that's a Mud Boy.
You're going to take double super effective damage from the Energy Ball.
Yep.
And you had a second one already.
Yep, I had all that extra energy.
Holy crap.
From the Stunfisk. Out goes the Seismitoad, and what is in the back? It's an Aggron.
Oh.
So I build up to a superpower, I throw, and...
Oh my god.
And Chesnaught sweeps.
It's not looking too good for Cacturne. Okay, look, it's not over yet. The only reason I lost the last one was because there was a Probopass in the back, and I didn't have my Cacturne. Cacturne was dead at that point, so if I would have kept the Cacturne to the end, I would have won. But here we go. Now I'm leading Cacturne, and I've got Sucker Punch. But this is an absolutely terrible lead. I'm going to go into my Hypno as a safe switch. Here comes an Alolan Muck, and what I usually do in this situation is let the first Dark Pulse come through, because it's not going to KO. But this guy goes for the Disrespect, so fair enough. We're going to go for the Focus Blast. Let's see how you like this Disrespect, buddy. So Focus Blast is going to do neutral damage here. It's going to do a ton. It does not KO, but if I wanted to, I could shield with this. I'm hoping it's not another Acid Spray, but I could shield and farm down. But I'm going to go ahead and let this come through, because I want Cacturne to shine here. So we're going to come in with the Cacturne to farm down here. Everything is resisted besides the Sludge Wave would be super effective, but he wasn't going to get to one. And now he comes back in with a Medicham, and I'm going to let this go because I know it's a Power Punch. And holy crap, that's a lot of damage. So apparently...
For a Power Punch.
Yeah, for a Power Punch. Jesus Christ. Okay. So I'm going to come in with the Skarmory here, and I'm going to go ahead and shield, because it's probably an Ice Punch, and it is boosted, and it's neutral damage. And then what's in the back is an Azumarill, and Azabombaril, of course. Why wouldn't there be an Azabombaril in the back? So we're going to go for these Sky attacks here. And these are going to be doing neutral damage, obviously. This is a pretty, like, neutral matchup all around. Skarmory technically can win this, because if you land a Brave Bird, it's going to do a massive amount of damage. I did get a shield with one of those Sky attacks. And he built up all the way up to a Hydro Pump, but I have to shield this because Cacturne's not going to be able to sweep this whole team by itself. So I'm going to go ahead and switch into the Cacturne here to make him throw his energy. This is, unfortunately, Cacturne's getting used at the third shield. I almost got to that Grass Knot, though. I was hoping to get a shield there, but instead, it looks like he's going to come back in with the Medicham. And I'm getting close to 2 Sky attacks here. This is going to be super effective. We are taking neutral damage from the fighting type moves. We get to the second Sky attack. And here comes the Power Punch, Ice Punch, whatever it is, it's going to take me out. So, yeah.
On to my next battle. That looks pretty rough. Going up what looks like another bot. And he comes in with a Lapras.
Of course.
You love to see it. So obviously I'm doing super effective damage. And it's a Water Gun Lapras. And then he comes in with a Braixen, and Braixen does a good amount of damage, so I decided to switch out into my Marowak. I decided not to shield. I figure whatever comes out of this thing's not going to hurt that bad. So, and I throw a Shadow Ball, because it is Fire and Psychic type, right? So it is going to take Shadow Bone.
I think it's just a pure Fire type. The final Evolve form has a Psychic typing, but...
Oh, okay.
Either way, Shadow Bone's
still a heavy-hitting move.
Right. Even though Bone Club is super effective.
So I shield this one and throw another Shadow Bone. Bone Club is super effective?
Bone Club's super effective.
Shadow Bone should do more damage though, right?
Yeah, but Shadow Bone is still more energy efficient even when Bone Club is super effective.
Right, it comes back in with the Water Gun Lapras. This hurts, so I swap out into my Chesnaught and throw the Energy Ball that I farmed up earlier immediately. They shield and swap out, and there's a Grottle in the back. Now, we're not doing very effective damage, but check this out.
It's going to be resisted.
Check it out.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it does quite a lot of damage.
And it looks like a Razor Leaf Grottle, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Chesnaught is looking pretty good.
Yeah, Chesnaught is kind of rolling through stuff.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite get the Lapras. Couldn't quite get the Lapras, but... Come in with my Bastiodon.
Blizzard?
Yeah, Blizzard.
What?
I expected a Surf, so I shielded, but...
Oh, my God. I want these opponents. Oh my God. Look, this ain't over yet, okay? There's a versus thing in between us, but look, I'm gonna make this. Just you wait. Just you wait. Here comes Cacturne. He's gonna shine in this. I know it. I can feel it. I don't even remember what battle this is, but I can feel it. I know. Okay. Here we go. This is why we got Dynamic Punch here. We got Sucker Punch on, and Sucker Punch is dealing neutral damage, and Dynamic Punch is going to be super effective. I'm going to let this first Rock Slide come through. Earthquake is resisted, but yeah, Rock Slide, it's, yeah, it does, okay. It doesn't matter. We're going to go for this Dynamic Punch. There's no way he expects a Dynamic Punch. There's no way. Shielded. Okay, it's fine. We're going to shield the next Rock Slide. We're going to go for another Dynamic Punch. There's no way he double shields. Why would you ever double shield in the lead? Unless you really want to win the lead with your stupid Galarian Stunfisk. Stop using Galarian Stunfisk. Okay, we're going to go for this Dynamic Punch. Again, would be super effective because of the steel typing. And he shields. He shields again. He just go ahead and shield. So I'm going to go ahead and shield. Okay, we can do this, buddy. Alright, so now he's going to beat me to the next Rock Slide. He actually switches out into an Azabombaril, and we're going to throw a Grass Knot in here. This is going to be super effective. Let's see how much a Grass Knot does to an Azabombaril. Damn straight, that's a big chunk of damage. Okay, now we're going to come in with the Hypno, because Hypno's got a really poor matchup against the Galarian Stunfisk, where we are out of shields here, but he's going for an Ice Beam for some reason. I guess worried about getting farmed down, so it makes sense. Now he's probably going to come back in with the Galarian Stunfisk. It still has a little bit of health. And we're going to have to go for a Focus Blast. Shadow Ball would be really nice around here, because Shadow Ball would come close to KOing and cost a lot less energy. He goes for a Rock Slide. Again, not really sure why he didn't go for the Earthquake there, but either way, we're going to go for the Focus Blast. Another opportunity to show off Hypno with Focus Blast. Ba-boom, takes out the Galarian Stunfisk. What's in the back? It's a Shadow Machamp. That's right. We're going to go for this Thunder Punch. Obviously, we're doing super effective damage with our Confusions, and Thunder Punch is going to do a big old chunk. And then he's going to be able to, he's going to go ahead and throw here. But little does he know, I got a Skarmory in the back. So I come in and I let him get a few counters in just to make him feel better, and then I take him out. Yeah, damn straight, Cacturne did his best. But I still won that battle, and that's the whole point. I won a battle with Cacturne, and so yeah, there we go.
On to my next battle. Who are we going up against this time?
Squish Boy.
0 Squish Boy 07.
That definitely sounds like a real player.
Okay, Chesnaught versus Crawdon. This is another good lead. I know this is kind of spicy. He
Hell
swaps
yeah.
out almost immediately, and then I switch out because those confusions.
Yeah.
That is confusion, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's chunking. So I decided to throw a Shadow Bone. This does super effective damage, right?
Yep, because that partial psychic typing there.
Yep.
Both your charge moves would be super effective.
I shield because I honestly didn't know what he was going to throw at me. When I saw it was a psychic, I was like, that was a wasted shield.
No, I still would have done a lot. It would have done a lot. It's not, it's neutral damage, but Big Teeny hits really hard.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Nice.
okay, because we still take it out with a Shadow Bone.
Yeah, nice.
In comes the Crawdon to farm us down.
Absolutely
and
deleted you.
Back in with my Chesnaught.
Ooh, nice swap.
Yeah, it was a really good swap on my opponent's part.
Venusaur is a pretty good response. Gonna double resist the, oh, it's a Razor Leaf Venusaur, too.
Yeah, so I come in with my Bastiodon to counter. I probably could have farmed all the way down, but I didn't want him getting to a charge move.
You
so-
probably would have got to one before you were able to farm down.
Right. But I probably would have survived it.
Are you okay, Bastiodon? There we go.
He had a moment of self-reflection. What am I doing with my life?
Why am I doing these battles? Everything's so aggressive all the time.
In comes the Crawdon, and my opponent
Poor
stops
guy.
attacking.
Poor guy. I feel bad.
Yeah, I felt bad
Oof.
too. Big oof.
Yeah, it's a big oof right there.
But
Well-
hey, his team is pretty spicy, so gotta give it to him.
Yeah, that was a cool team. I definitely enjoyed that. By the way, I did call this. I put the team in the hard mode slot because using Cacturne it's not easy. It's really not easy at all. Okay, so we got a lead against the Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff typically wins this, but they don't know that I've got Focus Blast. So these Confusions are chunking away, as well as the Charms. Charm is like a 3-turn move, and Confusion is a 4-turn move. So they're getting more Charms in than I am getting Confusions in. But you know, nobody's gonna expect a Focus Blast, right? God damn it! Why? Okay, gonna switch into the Skarmory this time. Skarmory's not a safe switch, but we're switching into the Skarmory because I don't know what the hell to do. I'm giving up on life at this point. So he comes in with the Whiscash, and my dumbass goes for the Brave Bird. Why? Just go for... You don't need to go for the Brave Bird here. Yeah, it does a lot of damage, but it's going to debuff me. This is a good matchup for Skarmory because Mud Bomb is resisted, and they have to go for Blizzard to take me out. But now that my defense is dropped, a Mud Bomb's going to do a ton. So I'm dumb. I am extremely dumb.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
But it doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and shield and farm down here. I want to take switch advantage here because, yeah, it's because I want to. I need it. Alright, so they're going to come in with something. Probably an Onzom Bomberil. That's a Blissey. Okay. Alright, this is fine. We got Dynamic Punch on the old Cacturne there. We get a shield with the Brave Bird, which is perfect. And then we come in with the Cacturne here because, yeah, we're going to be able to Dynamic Punch this thing to the ground. So Dynamic Punch is super effective here, but Blissey is so tanky. It is insanely tanky. But as you see, that does a ton of damage. Considering most, like if you went for a superpower from a Chesnaught, that would barely even touch Chansey, or Blissey, whatever. So Psychic coming through, that would have been resisted, but probably would have done a lot anyway. So they do a very nice switch to catch this Dynamic Punch. This is going to be neutral damage here, and yeah, it takes him out. And then we should be able to get to another Dynamic Punch, because they're using like Zen Headbutt or something as a fast move, so it takes forever to get to charge moves. I think it actually was Pound. But yeah, so we're able to take that win against the spicy Blissey.
On to my next battle against another name with a bunch of numbers after it.
I see a lot of those
In comes
as well.
the Ninetales, and this kind of scared me, so I swapped out immediately
Yeah.
into my Marowak before I could do any damage to my Chesnaught. And I go for the Shadow Bone because, is it Fire and Psychic, or just Fire?
Nope, just Fire.
Just Fire, okay, but the moves are Psychic.
Yeah, it's got Psyshock. Yeah, uses Fire Spin, Psyshock, and like Solar Beam.
So, I mistakenly thought that this was a Fire and Psychic type, which is why I kept insisting on throwing the Shadow Bone.
No, again, it's still
neutral damage, and it still does a
It's
good
more
chunk.
energy efficient.
Yeah.
Because Bone Club's such a crappy move, even when it's super effective, Shadow Bone still is the better move to go for. As long as you can land it, you know.
Yeah. I probably should have farmed down here.
It would have been close. I think
It
they
would
would
have
have
been
got
real
to
close. You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, maybe I did the right thing then.
Yeah, Psyshock's a really low energy cost, so...
And they come in with Breloom.
Ooh.
Ooh. Why Breloom?
It's a Bullet Seed Breloom as well.
Yeah, but I can farm this guy all the way down.
Yep.
All the way.
Oh no, Breloom. Oh
Bye,
no.
Breloom. And in comes a
Oof.
Yeah, Pidgeot, and I
This is rough.
didn't know what to do in this situation. I'm gonna be honest.
Both your charge moves are double resisted.
Yeah, so I just was throwing Shadow Bones, hoping that it would do some damage,
Yeah.
and then tink. In comes my Bastiodon.
Yeah, that's why you got Bastiodon.
That's why I got Bastiodon.
Mhm.
I don't think I even got to a charge move.
Yeah, probably not. Probably gets farmed down.
Yeah, I probably just farmed him down, I think.
So you gotta watch out for those flyers when you're running a grass type, especially Chesnaught, because it's up grass and fighting.
So I didn't technically use Chesnaught in that battle at all.
You still won.
Yeah,
You
I
covered
still won.
Chesnaught's weaknesses very well.
Yeah, but that's thanks to you.
All right, going up against Pazion with his Lucha Libre mask. I have those things. I never wear them. I don't like the look of it. All right, we're picking up a lead against the Zoomerall. We're using, we switched our lead a couple times just to see how it would work. So this is a good lead for us because we got Thunder Punch, and they switch into an Altaria, and I'm going to go into my Skarmory here because Skarmory is going to resist all of the charge moves and fast moves, everything coming out of maybe they'll go for a Dazzling Gleam like the last person did. All right, so we're going to go for Sky Attacks here. No reason to go for Brave Bird, even if it's a Whiz Catch, especially if it's a Whiz Catch, go for Sky Attack. Shradee. All right, so we're going to go ahead and shield once because he's shielded, because in this matchup here, Altaria can technically win. It's very similar to the Altaria versus Registeel matchup. In the 2-shield, Altaria can win because Dragon Breath is just such a crazy move. So we're going to go ahead and match shields to make sure we retain switch advantage here because our Cacturne does not want to see an Altaria. So we're going to go ahead and, at this point, I think I might even let it go. He switches into an Azabombaril, but I'm going to be able to get to this Brave Bird here. It's going to do a ton of damage, so I'm not really sure about that. What happened?
Oh, the screens went off. It's still recording.
Oh my god, it's still recording. Oh no. What do we do?
Just keep going.
Oh my god. Okay, well, our screen turned off. So you guys got to see what was happening, but I did not. Oh yeah, this is the reason why you shouldn't flex. Okay, so I let this guy take out my Hypno because I forgot that the Altaria was still alive because I'm a dumbass, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna flex on him and finish off with Cacturne. Ha ha ha, I am so funny. Look at me. Poison Jab is triple resisted, by the way, and I'm using Poison Jab here. And then he comes in with the Altaria, and I'm like, shit, the Altaria is still alive. And so now I'm screwed. I'm going to go ahead and farm up a little bit of energy and then try to catch because I thought he had more energy than that. And now we're going to have to throw a Dynamic Punch. So...
Big oof?
Yeah. Big oof.
Big oof.
Big oof. Oh, God. Why am I like this?
Is watching this painful for you?
Yes. I'm reliving the trauma that was yesterday. I did all this while in a doctor's office, by the way, in the waiting room. Stupid.
So we're going up against Luis Gustavo,
Luis?
072. Luis? And he brings out an Electabuzz. Now this was from Community Day, I'm assuming. So I thought, for some dumb reason, that it had, what was the move? Flamethrower?
Flamethrower.
Flamethrower.
Yeah.
So I thought it had Flamethrower, so I shielded the first one, but then I realized, oh, duh, it's not evolved, so it probably doesn't have Flamethrower.
Yeah, I think it really just I think it only has electric type moves unless it's purified.
Yeah. So, yeah, I decided to throw an energy ball at him. Messing bubbles again. And he shields. But I have enough energy for a second energy ball.
That Chesnaught looks so badass.
And takes him out. And he comes in with a Shadow Mewtwo.
Ooh.
Now this is hurting, so I switch out immediately into my Alolan Marowak.
The confusions are
And
still
he
doing
does a
so
nice
much.
swap right as I get my Shadow Bone.
Yeah, it's still going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah. But he shields. He's switching to Wailord.
What
and
the hell?
I know. So I did manage to get a Shadow Bone in before he was able to Water Gun me down.
I mean, this is... Oh
Which
my
does,
God.
yeah, that does a lot of damage.
He's so big, it's like glitching the screen out.
So I come back in with my Chesnaught, because I want to take this Wailord out. I shield because I'm very low on health. Really, I just wanted to show Chesnaught off, so I brought him back in to take care of this Wailord real quick.
That makes sense.
And he comes back in with the Mewtwo. That's going to take us out. But we have our Bastiodon in the back.
Yeah, it's
we're
dead.
able to farm down.
That poor guy. Thought his Shadow Mewtwo was going to be more helpful there.
Yeah.
If you guys got some good sets with Shadow Mewtwo, I'd love to see that. Because so far, every time I've gone up against one, it gets erased from the planet. It has done absolutely nothing.
Yeah, it's a 5-0 set.
Yeah, that's her picking up her 5-0 rewards. Look, I tried my best, okay? Was that all the battles?
That was all the battles.
That was all the battles. I did everything I could to make Cacturne work, but it just wasn't happening. So, Jeeves is going to go ahead and take this one. She is the better battler. I concede, and
don't let him lie to you.
I'll give you a couple back rubs a week from now on. Additional back rubs to the ones I already give you. So, yeah, look, Cacturne sucks, okay? So, don't use Cacturne. Please don't use it.
I would definitely invest in a Chesnaught, though.
Chesnaught looks amazing. It's ranked very highly on PV Poke. It's got a great moveset. It is a meta core breaker. Like, if you run into a Azumarill and Galarian Stunfisk like I was in all these videos, Chesnaught's going to be amazing. You can hit Galarian Stunfisk for neutral as well as super effective damage, and you can hit Azumarill for super effective damage. And you can tank an Ice Beam from an Azumarill. You don't have to shield the first one. So it's looking like a really good Pokemon, and I definitely suggest you invest in one if you find a good Chespin. So yeah, catch those Chespins, use your Pineapple Berries, all that good stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like rating down below. And if you're new to the channel and you're still watching the video, well, I post every day except for Sunday, and Jeeves posts pretty often as well, so you should definitely give us both a subscribe. So yeah, anything else you want to say?
No, that's about it.
You want to do your outro?
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate you all, and I love you all. Bye.
Bye. Shout out to my patrons: NZ Tech Freak, Northstar7620, Clapton Caveman, Joseph Cahill, Aeon, Critterus, and TVDL. Thanks so much, guys.